I'm really sorry, everyone. The sound in this entire video sucks, and I can't fix it.
Hi, everyone. Today is Monday, March 16th. And yes, that means that we're in the beginnings of social distancing. My 13-year-old is home. The whole neighborhood is home. My roommate is home. He is working from home. So I'm filming in my car because this is where I can be almost sure that I won't get disrupted. So I'm actually here to talk to you about my experience with having 2 sick children at home while sick myself, by myself. So, the very beginning of the month, the very first week of this month, my husband went on a business trip. He left on Monday and he came back Friday. And during that time, of course, all hell broke loose. Monday was busy. Tuesday, I had to take care of the little boy that I watch. I watch a 3-year-old. Sometimes I watch him at my house. Sometimes I watch him at their house. I will watch them at their house when my house is really, really, really messy. But this day I watched him at my house. And when I picked him up in the morning, he had a dirty diaper, so his father changed him before he left. I went to Dunkin's. I asked him if he wanted a donut or anything, and he did not want anything. He was upset because he wasn't allowed to bring a Lego to my house, or a Lego set. I'm not sure which one it was. So he was not happy at this point. So he was saying no to everything. So I got myself a coffee. I got myself an English muffin, and I got him a donut because I figured he would want the donut later. So he is playing in the living room. At about 9:30, 10, he says he wants to eat. So he opens up his lunchbox and he eats all the snacks in his lunchbox. So he eats that, and then he goes in the little playhouse. It's not exactly a playhouse, it's just 3 walls. And he's playing in there. 11 o'clock comes and I say, hey, do you want your donut? I don't want the donut. I don't want the donut, he says. So I eat the donut. 11:30, he stands up and say, I want the donut. Crap. I tell him, I ate the donut, but we can go get another one if you want. I like any excuse to get out of the house, so I have no problem with that. He stands up and he says, okay, but I have poop. Oh, well, let's change you. I go over to him, and it's all over his shirt, it's all over his sweatshirt, it's all over his pants, and it is all over my floor. It was clearly sick poop, diarrhea. I clean up the floor. I do not have extra clothes for him, so I contact his mom, and she says her house is open. I can go to the house and I can grab some clothes and change him. So I put him in the car, I put the baby in the car, we drive to her house, we change him, and it's everywhere. So I change his clothes, I change his diaper, I wash him as best I can with wipes, and I stick the clothes outside because yes, it smelled that bad. And we played, we had fun, his dad came home, and then I went home with the baby. So Wednesday comes around, Booker has early intervention, occupational therapy, and my mother-in-law comes over for a little bit. But at the end of OT, I get a phone call from my son's nurse. She says, Tyler is sick. His temperature is reading 99.5. He says that he is, quote, drowning in snot, and he's coughing and sneezing and all that. Says he doesn't know if he should come home. I say, tell him he can come home, I can come get him. So he decides that he wants to get through lunch. And apparently if you stay till 1, you get credit for the whole day, which this is something I didn't know. So anyways, early intervention is about to leave. I get the phone call. He's laying down in the nurse's office, feeling absolutely terrible. So I say, all right, I'll go get him. So we stopped at Once Upon a Child first because I had stuff to drop off. So I drop this off at Once Upon a Child. There's no line, so I wait for it for a little bit. And then I go pick up Tyler, who gets in the car and acting like he's dying. I get him home. I go out and I get him some cold medicine and I get him some soup. So I'm taking care of him the rest of the evening and the baby. I put the baby to bed. Now, he doesn't go to sleep early. We are having major sleep issues, and I don't want to get into that here. But 10 p.m., I'm giving him a little something to eat, and he wants it, but he doesn't want it. I thought that's a little odd because my baby likes to eat. I put him in his crib. He's standing up and leaning over the side of the crib, and he just starts projectile vomiting. I had given him some oatmeal mixed with some banana. I have a severe banana allergy. My first thought was, oh boy, is he gonna be allergic to bananas like mama? So he starts puking and the dog comes running. And the dog's like, oh, food. And he starts eating the puke whilst getting puked on because baby's still puking. Yeah, fun. I cannot do puke. I can do everything else. I can do diarrhea. I can do snot. I do all the asthma stuff. Puke is my Achilles heel, and usually when there's puke, I call in the husband. And he knows that I can't do puke, so he will reluctantly take over. I couldn't do that because he wasn't home. So, when the baby finally stops puking, I clean up the floor, I clean his crib, I change his clothes, I change the crib's clothing. I'm the crib's clothing, bedding. Yeah. I wash the dog. And then it happens again. And I'm like screaming through the house, and my roommate's like, what the heck? I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, there's puke everywhere. I can't do this. He goes, we don't scream about it. Yes, I do. I have to scream about it. I'm grabbing towels. I'm grabbing napkins. I'm grabbing wipes. Clean, clean, clean. And this time, instead of putting all new bedding on the baby's bedding, because I only have 3 sets total, so I only have 1 left. I cover his bed in towels, and I grab a pot, a bowl. We call it a puke bowl. Of course, babies don't know how to puke in a bowl, or a toilet, nonetheless. So I finished cleaning all up, and there's a pattern. I get about 40 minutes total to clean up and try to go to sleep. He starts puking again, so I run over with the pot, and he is so ticked off that I'm sticking this thing in his face. He's trying to push it away, so he's puking on his arms and his hands, and then when he pukes in the pot, while he's puking, he's like, oh, fun, let's play. Yeah. So I clean him up again. And by about 1 a.m., I'm not feeling too great. And I'm thinking, maybe it's just because I can't do puke, and it's making me nauseous and not feel too good. An hour later, I'm like, nope, I'm sick. Thankfully, Tyler is just sleeping like a log because he feels so horrible. He's sitting in his bedroom. And I did tell him at 10 o'clock, do not come in my bedroom. The baby is vomiting. And I don't know if it's contagious. Of course, by 1 a.m. when I'm starting to get sick, I realized, yes, this is contagious. And my son had gotten up once to come in and say, I really don't feel like, Tyler, I know you're sick, but you do not want this on top of it. Leave the room. Do not come in here. Do not ask me for anything because I cannot help you. You will get it from me. You will get it from the baby. So, to sum it up, he vomits 8 separate times throughout the night, all over the place. I am trying not to vomit. However, I cannot control the other end. It's coming out the other end. And I feel like death. It was awful. Thursday morning, I have extra body aches. I think I have a fever. I didn't check it, but my neck hurt bad, my head hurt bad, my ears hurt, my knees hurt, and my thighs hurt. And I couldn't just go try to soak in the tub because both of my other kids are sick. This sucks. I messaged the husband who is away in Indiana, and I tell him, you need to come home. I'm joking. I don't really expect him to hop on a plane and come home, but I'm like, this is awful. This is absolutely, positively awful. So throughout the day, I'm cleaning up the puke. I am trying to take care of my 13-year-old through words. Unfortunately, he has to make his own food, his own beverages, because I do not want him to get this. And I called my mother-in-law and I said, I need some sleep. I can't leave the baby unattended. I said, I need to soak in the tub. I'm in so much pain and I need to sleep. So she comes over around 4-ish. She stays till 8:30. I got 2 solid hours of sleep and I was able to soak in the tub in some Epsom salt, which was very comforting, but I still felt horrible. Just before she showed up, the baby vomited, but he didn't vomit the whole time she was here, which was amazing. And he also didn't have diarrhea the whole time she was there. But that night, she tried to put him to sleep, and he just wanted me, and he was just crying. I did not want him in my bed because I did not want to have to change all the bedding in my bed. And I felt awful because I could not comfort him. I was too sick to hold him and comfort him. And I also did not want to risk him puking on my bed. So we made it through the night. He had diarrhea multiple times, but he did not vomit that night. Ditto for me. This is the day that my husband comes home from work, supposed to come home from work. So I thought the baby was in the clear since he didn't vomit all night, and he hadn't vomited in the morning. I gave him some oatmeal, or no, it was rice cereal, and some water. I had him on the bed. And maybe a half hour after I had given them that, he was giving me the signs that he was going to throw up. So by this point, I'm learning that he has some signals. So he starts crying a little bit and kind of making eating motions with his mouth. And I grab him, and I fling him over the side of my bed. He just pukes all over. Clean that up. The husband comes home. He gets home around 4. I'm like, I need another bath. My body hurts. So he lets me go take a bath. He takes the baby. My 13-year-old is still neglected. He's not getting any kind of comforting attention from me because I don't want him anywhere near everything. He's hacking his brains out, but he's well enough to be up and around. Then evening comes. My roommate tells me that he is probably going skiing the next day. Saturday, I wake up, I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm just super dehydrated. The baby is kind of stuck in one area. He's not vomiting anymore. He has diarrhea. He does not want to eat a thing. He is drinking a little. And he's just clingy, extremely clingy, and doesn't want to play. So he's kind of stuck in limbo here. I get a text message from my roommate saying, I think I have it. Crap. He's like, I'm gonna come home just in case because this is a 2-hour ride. I don't want to wait till I'm sick. He gets home and he goes, I think I have a fever. My elbows hurt. That's weird. My elbows hurt. And that evening he ended up being sick. He had it. And he was away from most of the sickness. So this thing is extremely contagious. I'm trying to recover. I'm weak. I'm still not quite right. I still have a fever. My body still hurts. So I rest most of that day. And Sunday. So Saturday night, my oldest goes to bed. He comes in my room around 1 a.m. He says, Mommy, I think I have it. Like, oh God. I said, go grab something to puke in. So he takes it to bed. He did did not puke that night, but he woke up at 10 a.m. At 10:30 a.m., he's knocking on my door and he goes, I just puked. A lot. Everything kept coming up. Everything came up. It kept coming and coming and coming. He was being very descriptive about it. He was holding it in his hand and swishing it while he's talking. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, my belly feels a little bit better. Can I eat? I'm like, no, do not eat. I'm like, you can drink. Drink some Gatorade. Try just a couple sips and see how your stomach feels. But you cannot eat. So he did not eat for the whole day. And he did not throw up for the whole day. He just felt crappy. Okay? My husband says, I don't feel so good. He's really hard to read when he's telling about whether or not he's sick. Sometimes he'll say that just to get out of stuff. Sometimes he says it to be dramatic and joke and funny, and I'm like, this is not the time to joke. And I was actually mad at him because I thought he was joking. He just got home. There's no way he could have this. So he lays on the couch pretty much all day, and I am upset because I just spent several days with the kids, super sick. All three of us sick. And he was just laying on the couch while I was taking care of everything, sick. But that evening, he says, should I just make myself vomit? And I'm like, maybe he's not making this up. And by this point, he does have diarrhea. I tell him to make sure he brings a pot to bed. 4 a.m., all of a sudden, he lunges out of bed and just starts vomiting. Now, he either doesn't receive the signals or he doesn't know how to read the signals of when he's going to vomit. It just happens out of nowhere. So the fact that he slept next, like with the bucket right up to his face, the fact that he was able to get it in the bucket was amazing. He did miss a little bit, but it could have been so much worse. So yeah, he puked his brains out. Just kept coming and coming and coming. And then he thought he was done and he just started puking more. The baby, this wakes the baby up. He's laughing. He thinks this is funny. And then he starts mimicking the noises my husband is making while puking. Oh my God. I think it's kind of funny and cute, but also not funny. So he finishes puking his brains out. He kind of cleans up a little bit. He goes and takes a shower. Comes out of the shower. He goes, I think I have to call out of work. I'm like, well, yeah. So he calls out of work and he stays in bed and he sleeps the entire day. He does not puke again. He does have diarrhea. Now this is Monday. We're on Monday. We are at Monday now. So my oldest is sick in bed. He's not throwing up anymore. He's just nauseous and his whole body hurts. The husband is sick in bed. Our roommate is sick in bed. Tucker is still in limbo. He's still not right. He's still having diarrhea. He's not vomiting. I am the only one that is kind of functional at this point. So I start the cleaning. I start doing the laundry. So much laundry. So I'm doing more laundry. I'm washing floors, surfaces, etc. But I don't do a thorough full cleaning because over half of the household is still really sick. So Monday evening, all three of the guys are feeling much better and they're all saying they can go back to work and they go back to school. And they do that. So Tuesday, I believe it's March 10th, I have to go to the store because I need something to pretty much disinfect and sanitize my house after what happened. I have people coming in to work with Tucker, and I really don't want to share this because it is obviously extremely contagious. The store has nothing because everyone is prepping for the end of the world. There is no sanitizing floor cleaner, no antibacterial soap, and in the winter I tend to spray like high touch surfaces like doorknobs, light switches. Sorry, I'm getting messages right now. regarding changes that are happening fast with rules and all the closings and stuff. Yeah, so high touch surfaces, doorknobs and all that. I hadn't done it much this year, and I ran out of Lysol sanitizing spray, so I wanted to get that too. There was none. I went to 3 towns, and I finally found some in a town. I found some floor cleaner. I did not find any spray, but I found some Lysol floor cleaner. It took the entire day to find this. I didn't get home until dinner time. And with everybody home by that time and cooking and all that, I couldn't clean it because I didn't want bleach and chemicals and stuff getting into people's food and all that. So that Wednesday, the following day, is when I did a massive cleaning. Now, I had over a week of just pure hell. It was awful. And my husband is not a very hands-on father. He does a lot better with the 13-year-old now that he is old enough to do a lot of the things that my husband likes. This used to bother me, and please do not judge him. There are things that we are all good at and things that we are not all good at. I feel like I do most of the childcare day and night, but when there is sickness, he will step in, and it is very helpful. And I did not realize how helpful it was until he was gone for the week and I had to take care of 2 sick kids and myself. It was bad. Very bad. And then when the other 3 guys got this sickness and I was better, I had to take care of them. I was not taken care of, but I had to take care of them. It was exhausting. It was emotionally draining. And I just want to give a huge shout out to all you single parents out there, especially those of multiple kids. I had 2 different viruses in my house at the same time. How does that happen? So, a big shout out to you all, and you are amazing. You are rock stars. You definitely are superheroes. And I do want to say that it is my intention to film or to vlog our time during Corona, social distancing. My son is home until at least April 7th. Our roommate is home all week this week. He's probably going to stay home next week. And I just got a text message that my husband is being sent home. So I just want to, I guess I want to vlog what all is going to happen and how life is going to be stuck in the house, because I have a really hard time staying stuck in the house. I'm definitely going to go for walks. And I'm definitely going to do grocery shopping, maybe grocery pickup. But that's for a different vlog. I wanted to share the story of surviving being sick with 2 sick kids with no help. Except for 5 hours my mother-in-law came over, which was actually, I guess that counts because that was pretty amazing. All right, guys. See ya.